The official TGCF Donghua team finally released its global premiere of the second short film on the night many individuals were out celebrating a holiday in the States, which, considering the content of the film, was very fitting. Similar to the first short film, this one was approximately 8 minutes long, featuring brand new content relevant to the Heaven Official's Blessing danmei novels. The highlighted scenes focused on an extra from chapter 134 of Physical Book 8, titled Extra 1 Lantern Riddles on Yuanshao Night. If you haven't watched it yet, you can find the entire short film translated into English by me on my channel. Now, without further ado, here are 5 details you might have missed in TGCF Short Film Chapter 2. First, let's get a more obvious one out of the way that I just felt was worth an honorable mention. While many of us are already familiar with what the animated Ghost City and Paradise Manor look like, we have yet to see other locations such as the Thousand Lights Temple, a location notorious for featuring Hualian's infamous altar scene makeout session, where Hua Cheng basically goes into an Omegaverse rut. If you know, you know. In this short, from the scenes we got, it appears to be massive and oh so beautiful. Second, at the very start of the film, Hua Cheng actually makes a reference to him and Shilian having sex the night prior. When he asks if Shilian is tired and can't walk anymore due to Shilian spacing out a little during their outing, Hua Cheng apologizes and takes blame, which results in Shilian blushing in embarrassment, as Hua Cheng said this blatantly in front of ghostly bystanders. You can confirm this by referencing the near identical scene on page 175, where Hua Cheng states, "Sorry I went overboard last night," and "If everything is fine even after that, does that mean I didn't go overboard last night? Does that mean I can..." I still can't believe this made it into the film, and right off the bat too. A third detail you might have missed are the clues depicting that Shilian actually had an encounter with the Calamity Blackwater's family. It is directly hinted at in the books, with the name of the stall Shilian eats sticky rice balls at being He Family Snacks. The little girl who matches the description of his little sister states that they're waiting for her big brother to arrive. There's also a woman who appears to be helping out at the stall, and many believe this could be his fiancée. This overall is a very angsty reveal, especially for beef leaf shippers. A fourth detail is what exactly Shilian whispered to Hua Cheng in this scene. In the short film, the audio is muted, leaving Donghua only watchers left wondering what was said to him that caused such a strong reaction and more adorable blushing from our beloved cute couple. In the short film, due to censorship, the reveal of the messages after all answers to the riddles strings together the phrase "My Home Hua Cheng." In Book 8, in the same chapter this short film covers, it explicitly depicts the following. The two walk toward Thousand Lights Temple side by side. Along the way, Hua Cheng also pleaded for mercy in a deadpan tone. "Don't look at me like that, Gaga. I really didn't tell them to do that." "I know," Shilian replied with a smile. "You wouldn't have constructed the riddles like that." "Oh? And how does Gaga suppose I would have constructed them?" Hua Cheng asked. "It would have been my husband's sunlung, of course," Shilian replied. So romantic! Even though they didn't explicitly state husband like the novel, implying Hua Cheng as Shilian's home is just as sweet in my opinion, and I'm not the only one. Some are even saying they prefer this version more. Finally, a fifth detail that might have gone unnoticed is what exactly the surprise sneak peek of the third short film was showing. We literally see Shilian wearing red robes and blushing. I say with 100% confidence this is in direct reference to the first kiss scene in Heaven Official's Blessing, for 3 reasons. First, we could see that Shilian still has his cursed shackles intact, due to the bandages around his neck being visible again. So we know this is a scene that takes place prior to the extras we had just watched. Second, the revised version of that scene states that after the underwater kiss incident, Hua Cheng lends Shilian a spare set of dry robes, hence the familiar style and color of red. And lastly, the screen following this scene states, "A couple in red meets in the water," which ties everything together. This screen also states that this will be featured in the third short film, which will be available for off-screen viewing this summer. We can safely assume that just like these last 2 short films, the third installment will have a global online release at a later time. So what do you think of these details, and is there anything I missed? Please feel free to discuss in the comments below. I really do love to read them. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, as that helps me tremendously. Until next time, bye!